Welcome to day 17 of our January challenge, and today we're going to be pulling together our first 2 days of learning on By the Old Walnut Tree. It's also a nice chance for us to think about the musicality as well within the piece. Do we want to start quiet? Do we want to start with strength and power? Well, how do we feel the piece wants to be? How do you feel you want to be with it? So on that thought, there hasn't been anything prescribed by Shelley. So on that thought, it is up to you. I quite like sort of almost making this a bit like an announcement. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, hello world, I'm here, sort of thing. With the advance notice in my head of what's coming up, which you hopefully listened to on day 14. So knowing that there's a chance then to drop down and then more melody to come in. So that's how I feel with it. But you might similarly think, well, actually, no, if I'm sitting by an old walnut tree, I'm chilling out. I don't want it to be too loud and in your face. So feel what feels comfortable for you. Think about your personal story for this and then commit to that for yourself. Okay, so today's about the flow from line 1 into line 2. The main difference in this flow, because the right hand is moving in a similar place because it's still going to play the same thing again, is really that left hand having done these slow notes, then trying to get to quaver, 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 boof. So you might do a little bit of practice on that. I did say in the play along video yesterday, but not in the teaching one, Shelley Fairplay is absolutely brilliant at also providing lead sheets for her pieces. So whilst this is an arrangement that we are doing, and it's Shelley's arrangement, she's also very happy for people to create what they're comfortable with and do what they're comfortable with. So on that basis, a lead sheet is the melody as you see it here, so the right hand part as you see it here, but with chord names written for the left hand so that it can do what feels comfortable for you. I mention it because if this day 2, this second line of learning, has felt too much putting together, maybe it's felt a bit like rubbing your tummy and patting your head, you could just repeat line 1 twice and still totally fit in with the feel of the piece, because it's this D that we're reinforcing for our Dorian mode. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm now going to play from the beginning through to the end of line 2, and for you to work on feeling, can you keep that going? Can you keep that flow moving through? I will give you a heads up that this section of music comes back again later, so it's really nice to feel confident with this now. All right, here we go. From the beginning, I'm going to do it really nice and steady. Dum, da, da, dee, da, dum, okay? 1 and 2 and well done. Now that was me playing it in a quite a gentle fashion. I'm going to try it now with a bit more oomph behind it. Not faster, just with a bit more power. I need to be careful not to sound harsh because I'm very high up, so I'm making sure I've still got nice low fingers and high thumb, and that I'm still aimed around the midpoint of my string. And I'm going to put a bit more oomph into particularly my lowest note at the beginning of each bar and see how that feels. Okay, so the beginning. 1 and 2 and So have a think about which of those was more preferable to you. And maybe you can think of another way yet again you want to do it. You might want to play loudly at one point, bring it quieter, almost like an echo. That would also be a lovely interpretation for it. Very well done. Okay, I will do it at a slightly faster speed now, just for the sake of those that feel really confident with it and want to do a faster speed. Some people love fast pieces. But don't feel any pressure. Here's our count in. 1 and 2 and excellent. Very nice. Well done. Keep working on it. Find your comfort level and be able to play one line into the next, ideally without pausing at the end of the first line. Okay, so it's just getting that right hand back up to the A. Left hand's already on octave D anyway in that area. Do keep making sure in this first line, 3, 4, 5, 6, that you try and go on as late as possible in the reapplying, just to let that really resonate underneath everything. Okay, well done. I will see you tomorrow where we will learn the next 4 bars.